Taranty Ha is in Holborn Street, Aberdeen. Fa's in air, Fa occupies it.
It's the home of an ancient organisation, the 7 incorporated trades of Aberdeen. And the trades are the hammermen, the bakers, the richts and coopers, the tailors, the shoemakers, the weavers, and last but not least, the fleshers. Charlie, let's have a look inside.
Fascinating. Let's go.
Well, let's find out a wee bit more about the history of this mysterious Ha. The Taranty Ha treasures, a Heilrichmatica artefacts, portraits and memorabilia, was gotten over the last 800 years. And ain't inside, ilka step takes you back through time. This Ha was bigot in the 1960s and has a look at kind of time about it. But this is now the third Taranty Ha in Aberdeen, but far's the other twa biggins gone tell. Well, the origins of the 7 incorporated trades are back in the 12th century, when the Toonser craftsmen started to form wee cliques protecting the interest of their crafts and their income, the siller and their pooches, fae incomers to the city. These incomers were aye treated with a high degree of suspicion till they proved themselves to the satisfaction of the local craft mannies. The local craft mannies had high standards of workmanship, apprenticeship agreements, benevolence for dependents, hospitals and education. Each craft would had meetings, half times at in another's houses, or at a local alehouse, for they'd had about choosing their high hegions, elected officials, and gone about their business affairs. Elkie trade chaved a wat itself until 1587, when there was word of a deacon convener, and how the trade started grouping together. Enter Dr. William Guild, son of Matthew Guild, 6 times deacon of the Hammerman Incorporation. Dr. Guild, with a degree in divinity from Marischal College, became the King's chaplain, minister of the city kirk, and principal at King's College. It was he, Guild, who bought the All Trinitarian Monastery in 1631 as a gift to the incorporated trades for meetings and hospital for its members. Taken up by the craftsmen, it opened in 1633 named Taranty Ha. The body elected to care for the brigands, and then who was taken into hospital, was called the Master of Trades Hospital. Today, second in trade hierarchy after the deacon convener. William Guild was the first patron of the incorporated trades until he died in 1657. The Ha included a trade squeal, gain squealing to the bairns of the craftsmen, carrying on till 1878 when the Education Act made it unnecessary. The monastery itself was gifted to the Trinitarians by King William the Lion, a while back in the early 13th century. Originally the King's Chapel, the building stood near where Guild Street is today. Interestingly, the monastery suffered from secular violence in December 1559 when it was ramshackled by a reforming mob. Now this can't be proved, but there's tales of the mob looting and breaking windows in the chapel and setting buildings ablaze. A friar, Friar Francis, tried to reason with the mob and save the Trinitarian treasures. He was stabbed to death. Old historians speak about the story, and in a book published in 1914, The Pro-Martyr of Scotland, Father Francis of Aberdeen, written by Matthew Power, painted out in the early 1900s a painting of Friar Francis hung in a church in Palma, Mallorca. Shoemaker deacon Brian Scott managed to trace this painting at the Felipe Neri Church in Palma. A real bit of Hercule Poirot deduction. Loping for it, a few hundred years or twa, the arrival of the railway in Aberdeen meant that redevelopment was needed in the lower Denburn. The trades decided to move, bigging a new Ha at the south end of Union Brig and Union Street. The remains of the old Ha was cawed down in 1857. Designed by local architect John Smith, the new Ha was bigged between 1844 and 1847 at a sum more than £7,000. An imposing building of several floors at a time incorporated the prestigious Macmillan's department store. Fa minds on that now. Mony stories in height, the Ha rose for the Denburn and the Green, a steen through a wa for the site of the first Ha. At the opening of the Ha, Deacon Alexander Robb of the Tailors Incorporation, kent for his songs and his poems, skrev it the following.
Taranty Ha, good Dr. Guild, we mortally look down for the bowers of bliss. He'd be surprised the trades to see in sic a place as this. He'd wonder when we gladly threw each privilege awa. What on earth we had to do with your new Ha.
The Ha included a trade squeal, gain schooling to the bairns of the craftsmen, carrying on till 1878 when the Education Act made it unnecessary. The building still stands today, and the magnificent beamed roof in the main hall can aye be seen yet. Taranty ha bed in Union Street until it was decided to move to another site because of more city development. In 1967, the present ha in Holborn Street was opened by Deacon Convener George Gorrod and Lord Provost Robert Lennox. Many of the fixings and fittings in this ha have seen service in our three ha's, including King William the Lion's table and Deacon's chairs. The magnificent stained glass windows were transferred to Union Street. Taranty Ha is the daily hub of the 7 incorporated trades of Aberdeen and a continuing chapter in its long history and well worth a visit.